Welcome to 5 o'clock Friday, where the purpose of our dishes is to embolden the home cook to create simple, elegant dishes and to show you that cooking does not have to be frightening and that you can create beautiful meals, beautiful side dishes, beautiful cocktails without difficulty or too much extra time. Today we're going to be making a small menu for something like a brunch. Here we are going to make a cocktail. It's called Mama's Breakfast, and we're going to need a simple syrup. So I'm going to walk you through that process, and it is incredibly simple. So you're just going to use equal parts sugar and water. And we're going to put that on the stove, and we're just going to heat it until you can't see any sugar granules in the liquid. All right, we've got our simple syrup. Everything is well incorporated. And our cocktail recipe calls for a cinnamon simple syrup. So I'm going to take a couple of drops of Young Living essential oil, some cinnamon bark here. I'm going to put about 3 drops in there. And we are just going to mix. And grab a spoon. There we are. This way you don't have to spend extra money and time finding a cinnamon simple syrup. It's just this quick and easy to make. If you don't have essential oils in your house, you can make this with some cinnamon sticks. So make your simple syrup. Once you pull it off the heat, throw 3 or 4 sticks of cinnamon in there and just let it sit and steep for 30-40 minutes until it gets nice and cinnamony, and then you've got your simple syrup that way. Today I didn't want to spend the extra 30-40 minutes letting that steep, so I added the essential oils, and we've got all the flavor we need right away. Alright, so we're going to get a little bit fancy with our cocktail. I've got a chilled glass and a large pinch of whole cloves. We're going to make a smoked cocktail today. So I've got my cast iron pan here so I don't set my kitchen on fire. And we're going to set these cloves on fire. There we are. And I'm just going to let that smoke. Okay, to a shaker. It's full of ice. We are going to add 1 ounce of our cinnamon simple syrup. Two ounces of cold brew coffee. Two ounces of rum. And a few dashes of cardamom bitters. Now, it is not essential that you have the cardamom bitters. If you don't have them, skip the bitters. If you have some essential oils in your house, you can take a little bit of cardamom essential oil and just kind of rub it on the inside of your shaker, and a little bit of black pepper essential oil and rub it on the inside of your shaker because we just want a little bit of flavor. Now, what I've done is made my own bitters, and this is 2 ounces of dark rum, a tablespoon of whole coffee beans, a half a teaspoon of whole peppercorns, and about 6 cardamom pods, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I just put that all together, put it in my little jar, and let it sit. It's been brewing for 3 or 4 weeks now. And every couple days I just go by and shake the jar. So the recipe says 3 or 4 shakes. That looks about right. All right. So now we're going to take our chilled smoked glass All right, we've got our cocktail shaken, and we're just gonna strain right into our glass. And we're just gonna see how this tastes. That's fantastic. That tastes of fall. So you really get all of those notes of cinnamon and clove. There's a bit of a campfire essence as it comes up to your face because of the clove smoke in the glass, which is kind of fun. It's a little proofy, but not overpowering. I mean, you definitely know that you're having a rum cocktail, but that is fantastic. So give that a try. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a holiday glaze. And we're just going to start off with 1 cup of honey.
That looks so good in slow-mo. Also, the oil helped a lot.
Half a cup of orange juice. And a 1/4 cup of Yacon syrup, which I didn't have on hand, so we're substituting maple syrup. All of this is going to go right onto the stove, and we're just going to heat it through until everything is loose and liquidy and mixed together well. And we're back. Just a few minutes on the stove. We've gotten our honey, maple syrup, and orange juice all well incorporated. And now we're going to kick up the flavor with some Young Living essential oils. So we're going to do 2 drops of cinnamon bark, 2 drops of clove, and 3 drops of orange. So this beautiful holiday glaze, it smells like the holidays, tastes like the holidays, and today we're going to use it in dual purpose. So the first thing we're going to do, just kind of looking towards that brunch vibe, is apply a little of this to our store-bought cinnamon rolls, because, you know, brunch is fun, but I don't want this to take up too much time, because we want to be able to hang out with our friends and our family and not be in the kitchen all day. So I have my store-bought cinnamon rolls in a greased pan, and I'm just going to take a little of this glaze, and we're going to dot the top of each one of these cinnamon rolls. Some of this, oh, it smells amazing. It already smells like Thanksgiving and Christmas all rolled into one. So we're just going to give these beautiful little cinnamon rolls a little extra flavor. All right, we're going to pop this right into the oven according to package directions. All right, so with the rest of this glaze, we're going to get ready for supper. So we've got some of our brunch already in the oven, and all of this beautiful glaze, we don't want it to go to waste. So here is what we're going to do with the rest of that. I have a lovely ham roast, and it is sitting on a little bit of onion just to keep it off the bottom of the pan, and it's been well salted, so we want lots of good flavor. And we're just going to take the rest of this glaze and pour right over our roast. Now I've got my oven at 450 degrees, so we're going to put this in at 450 and let that run for 20 minutes. And then we're going to drop the temperature to 250 and let it go for 6 more hours. Now you can do this in a crock pot, and all you would have to do is put a little bit of onion on the bottom of your crock pot, put your roast in. You can use pork, beef. You could even do this with a whole chicken. It would just fall right apart. And then it would sit in your crock pot for 6 to 8 hours on low, and you'll have your dinner waiting for you. So today I'm going to do this in the oven. So we're going in again at 450. Let that cook for 20 minutes and then drop the temperature to 250 and let it go for 6 more hours. All right, and there are beautiful cinnamon rolls right out of the oven. And I'm gonna ice them with the icing that came with the cinnamon rolls. I am not too proud to use pre-packaged when I need to. And there we have it. Our cinnamon rolls that have been brushed with our holiday glaze, and they are ready to go. We have our cocktail in hand, and we'll just wait for our friends to get here and we will commence brunch.